Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Don Collins, and this is Anion Sports episode 21.
Yeah.
This is the final episode in today's endless day of fun for the summertime end. I am Don Collins, as I said.
I'm Lewis Thompson.
And this is our exit interviews.
Let's get it! Joe, keep going, clap, baby. Let's go!
As you see, we have a studio audience today. I'm very grateful to have Richard Lewis and Courtney Thompson in the studio. I cannot appreciate enough you guys today. This is wonderful, and this is a dream come true to have an audience for the very first time. So, without further ado, we will begin our exit interviews.
All right. So, first question. One thing you guys want to improve on?
You want to take that, Lou?
Sure, I'll take it. Improvement. I think we strive to provide the best content at all time to our to our followers, to the people that listen to us. So I think the biggest thing that we want to improve on is just keep providing the best content. I think we have changed our setup. We have a new setup today, as you all have seen, for our last day of the summer. We have a new camera since we've started in Ion Sports. You can see the difference in the quality, literally through the video, through the content that we provide and the information that we give you guys. I think we just want to keep providing the best that we can. I think that's the best way that we will keep improving.
Yeah, just to add on top of that, like, obviously, you know, everything is a blessing. Everything has come such a long way. But the only place to ever go is up. I know that's just branding right there. This is just, that's the motto. That's our, call of action, if you will.
Right.
And so just to continuously keep going, because we're not done. And like I said, everything is just a blessing.
Just get started.
I think the next goal, to just answer that question too, the next goal is to just increase the following. Because obviously we have support. Obviously, we have content. It's just to get more content and more followers. So that's the next place.
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Anion Sports episode?
Ooh.
You got one on the top of your head?
Man. There's been a lot I've enjoyed. My favorite episode probably had to be the episode where we talked about Derrick Rose's signing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Derrick Rose touches very close to our hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Both of us. Yeah. And we have mixed feelings about Derrick Rose going to Cleveland, but
I'm excited beyond belief. I think it's amazing.
It's okay.
But the rest can be found in the episode.
It's okay. But that had to be my favorite.
My favorite. Wow. Let me think. Because obviously, due to some technical difficulties, distance, Louis hasn't been able to join me as much as he has been this summer. So I'm going to kind of break it up. My favorite episode without you, don't take that personally, has to probably be one of my worst episodes. It was the episode where, due to internet, I couldn't upload it in time. And that was the day I predicted Kansas to win the national championship game in my bracket. And then as the video's uploading, they get upset by Oregon. And it's my favorite just because it is a reminder of how exciting sports can be. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. Everything is so fast-paced. Everything is always present. It is the greatest job to have because I'm always going to have a job. So that's my favorite without you. Favorite with you? Oh, I don't know. We've done some pretty good episodes. I think it'll probably have to be the episode that we just filmed for today. I would say that episode, me and you going back and forth about should college football players be paid or not, was probably our best back and forth debate that we've had. And again, it's just a testament to the progress. I've gone from just myself to having my two best friends supporting me, helping me out, and making me better. So that's my favorite episodes.
Cool. So, you guys are a sports commentary.
Yeah.
Also on the side, like, just always dabble in sports.
Yeah.
If you could interview one athlete, dead or alive.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Wow.
Who would it be and why?
going first on this.
Oh, I gotta go first?
I
Okay.
gotta think.
Okay. If I had to interview an athlete, dead or alive, I think I would want to interview. Wow. I think I would want to interview Arian Foster. I'd want to interview Arian Foster just because he's my favorite running back, at least of the last, decade. I just really think he's an interesting guy. Like, he really has an opinionated view on the world, and I think a lot of times he's right. And people, they say, well, how could you say that or something like that? But it's just his opinions, his thoughts. I would really like to pick his brain. And also, interviewing somebody that kind of had a career where they were at the top, stayed at the top, never got hurt, had a perfect career. That's fun. But interviewing Arian Foster and kind of getting to understand what it's like to be an NFL star, but then dealing with the adversities of injuries that keep you out. Everybody deals with injuries, but keeping you out, and just, like I said, he's just an interesting guy. And, Arian, if you ever get to watch this video, hey, let's set that up. Let's make that happen. I know your schedule got to be a little more free, so let's make that happen.
Oof. They're alive.
That's
so
a
tough.
tough
There's so many. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Michael Jordan, because there's not really too many real raw interviews with Michael Jordan with people who aren't necessarily his friends. I feel like Michael Jordan's got a lot of questions where he has kind of been able to just give the answer he wants and not really been pushed to give the answer that we're, the fans, the NBA community, the sports community, have really been looking for. Michael Jordan is an all-time great athlete, period. But I think in the interview with Michael Jordan, where I could really ask him everything that I really want to know and pick his brain about his genius in basketball and off the court being so successful, I'd really like to do that. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Courtney?
So what would be your favorite sporting event this summer?
Can I take that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Believe it or not, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be real fun. Believe it or not, my favorite sporting event from this summer was the Big Three basketball tournament.
You know something crazy? I'm gonna say the same thing. Go ahead, though.
Look,
Go
just
ahead.
because. All right, look, we've done a lot, more so than in a normal summer for us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to baseball games, we've been to basketball games, we've been to football training camps. We've made our rounds.
Yeah.
But I will say that the Big Three basketball tournament was probably, I want to say, like the most experience we kind of got. It felt like we were, for a day, we were actually really reporters. We got a chance to meet this amazing woman. She's 22 years old. Her name is Alexis. She has her own ESPN hosted radio show. And to just have someone to actually give you the time of day that is established, it means the world. But also to be sitting there, we're in great seats. Great seats. To see an upstart basketball league? When was the last time somebody got to see a brand new basketball league? In its infancy. Mm-hmm. And while, I'm interested to see what happens to the Big Three in the coming years, because the more talent they bring into it, the better of a product it can be. So I like the model. I just think, it's got some ways to go. So that's why it was fun.
Right.
It was fun. We made a contact. And it just felt like we were, it was living the dream. That was the first day I was like, wow, I have to do this seriously for the rest of my life. Like, it was amazing. So that's my favorite day.
Just to touch on that, the day just, it's kind of interesting. The day before we actually got into the arena was a little, how to say, it tested us, to say the least. Yeah. It was a testing day on our patience. But once we got there, meeting Alexis was wonderful. She gave us a lot of information that we're going to be using in the future to get better content for you guys and to get us closer to the athletes and the real thing that we want to get to do. And the product on the court, it may not be the best basketball, but I must say, all those people on the court that played in the Big Three, every single one of those players are all working hard like they're playing in the NBA.
Yeah,
still.
oh, for sure.
Every single one of them. even there was a potential for a little fight. It got physical in that game.
It was serious. It was serious.
I think the thing that we learned on top of the upstart and product that they have, it just kind of reminded me a little bit of like what we're doing. There's some bigger dogs, obviously, in the industry, but we're working our hardest to provide the best that we can, and they're doing the same thing. So
respect.
that's why I enjoyed it.
Mutual respect.
Shout out to Ice Cube, man.
For sure.
All right, so y'all gave us a little tidbit of what's next. So you both are going to school. So how's that gonna work?
Ooh, okay, all right. So it's supposed to be top secret. But look, I'll let y'all.
No, don't get mad. Don't get married.
Just a little bit. The idea is for Can't Be Stopped to continue. So everybody who's got a favorite Can't Be Stopped episode, that's still happening. That's gonna keep going on. But we got something special planned for the content coming from our individual ends of
Stay tuned for that. It may not be coming immediately, but it is coming for sure.
There's always a move in play.
All right. Any closing remarks?
I'll go first.
Yeah, sure.
Closing remark. So I have been making content with Don just the past summer, right? But I kind of been behind the scenes before you all saw me necessarily behind the camera. So I think we have grown so much since the first episode that we filmed together. And I'm definitely looking forward to where we grow. I see between today and in the next year, huge growth. I see a big plan for us. We've talked about some things that we want to achieve even before January to really push forward into this sports media entertainment, because we think we can provide the best content and we know that we're on the right track to do so. So I think if we just continue to push forward and pursue new heights and just go all the way like we are, I think we're going to be successful. So,
well, for me, you touched on what we have going forward, and I know I'm so future oriented, and we on the same page with that.
Right.
But I just want to, my closing remarks, I want to take the time out to say thank you, because you're right. A lot of people don't, from the time that I started, they didn't really get to see all the things that you've done. And from that first phone call, when I said, "Hey, Louis, we have to do this. This is going to be so crazy. I don't even know how it's going to turn out yet." Mm-hmm. And that day, you're like, "Bruh, let's do it." Like, what? What's stopping you? And so from that day to the day we got the website, that
was a big day.
Months previous, it seemed like it was impossible. I was just like, wow, I have this idea, and it's just an idea, and we're taking the steps. There's so much work to be done, but I want to commend you for just being you. Like, thank you for being an inspiration, for being a source of motivation, for being Louis. So it's just, look, everybody watching, everybody knows the only place to go is up. # be great.
Is that karaoke?
It starts with the fans and the guys and the men and women who support us. But I wouldn't be here without my partner Louis. Like, it's just, it's amazing. Right. So
I appreciate that.
That's how that is.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem.
Always, man.
Yeah.
Big thank you to the fans, everybody who's watched so far, everybody that will watch. Look back on this in a year, in a couple months. We'll still be around. We'll still be pushing the ball forward.
For sure.
All right?
For sure.
So, you all have any more questions?
No.
If not, I think we're wrapping it up for the summer.
Yeah. So, once again, for the final time in the summer, # be great. The only place to go is up. We cannot be stopped. We can only be better.
Yeah.
I'm Don Collins.
I'm Louis Thompson.
See y'all.
Peace.